Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Catherine Swartzentraub. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I'm the General Advisor here in the Office of International Affairs. So thanks again for joining us for our session today on your journey as a global Terp. So to get things started, many associate UMD with our beautiful campus here in College Park, but our reach really is completely global. And your fellow Terps are learning and living maybe in places across the state of Maryland, across the country, and even around the world. So today I'm here to talk to you about that wherever you are physically, you can engage globally, learn important skills, and make a difference in the world. And as a Terp, you really do have access to a variety of opportunities to think beyond your borders. I know that many of you are probably passionate about the big challenges that we are facing today in the world, things like social justice, climate change, and public health, just to name a few. And the Office of International Affairs is here to help you grow as a global changemaker and to gain different professional advantages during your 4 years here at UMD. So during our time together here today in this session, we are going to discuss how you have the opportunity to do a few of the following things. So first, to reflect on just how incredibly global we are here at UMD and to consider how you can play a part. Second, to learn a little bit more about the UN Sustainable Development Goals and how we use them to understand the global issues that we face. Third, to gain insight into what opportunities that you have as a Terp to be a global change maker. And lastly, to dive a little bit deeper into two of our signature programs, and international education opportunities, global classrooms, and education abroad, which can help you get this hands-on experience to address the world's greatest challenges. So UMD really does strive to be one of the most globally connected universities in the world. And we are engaged globally through our students, our research, and our teaching. So I always like to show this graphic here on the screen because I think it does a really nice job of painting a picture of how truly global Maryland is. So each year we welcome about 4,500 international students and over 1,500 research scholars to our campus. We have about 130 countries that are represented in UMD student body. We have over 170 active partnerships across the globe. And when it comes to study abroad, which is something we'll talk about today, 23% of UMD students, which is 2 times the national average, take advantage of this opportunity and study abroad before they graduate on one of our over 400 programs in 70 plus countries. And thinking of leadership at the university, nearly half of UMD's deans over the past decade were born outside the US. And lastly, as a member of the U21 partnership, UMD has research ties to over 27 universities across the globe. So just to kind of looking at those facts and many others, I think you can definitely say that UMD is a global campus. And really beyond our global campus, our world is increasingly interconnected and diverse. I think if we think back a little earlier in the year, in February, as we watched the spread of coronavirus from move from a small market in Wuhan, China, to then towns and cities in northern Italy, and then finally here to the US. That's just, a small example of how we can see that interconnectedness. And even in the last 20 years, airline passenger traffic and international trade has more than doubled. So while these might be considered challenges that we're facing, especially this year, there's also countless benefits that come to being connected on a global scale. Things like access to new cultures, increased technological advances, and also a significant decrease in extreme poverty. So you might personally be thinking, travel is all well and good, but I am really here to get the skills that I need for a good job after graduation. And participating in international education promotes things like new perspectives, ideas, relationships, and ways of understanding your place in the world. So these experiences really can give you an advantage in the job market after graduation and as you move throughout your career. So let's just take a moment to look at your global future after graduation through these couple of facts that we have on the screen here. So the first being that 8 of the top 10 organizations in Maryland are multinational. And in looking at employers and their hiring after graduation with university students, 91% of employers want students that are skilled in solving problems with people who have views that differ from their own. And 78% of employers say that all students should gain an understanding of societies and countries outside of the US. So here in OIA, we really are working to foster global opportunities that impart a distinct professional advantage to you upon graduation. So one example I always like to share with students to kind of further this is that when I studied abroad as an undergrad, I was able to participate in an internship as part of my program. So this was a really great way for me to start to gain experience in an international work environment and to start building on these hands-on skills that employers are looking for, some that you can see here on the screen. And after graduation, I really knew that I had international skills and experiences that were going to help me stand out to employers or even later on graduate schools. And through participation in our global programs, you will definitely gain skills such as cross-cultural communication, adaptability, creativity, self-reliance, understanding global issues, and collaboration with people from other cultures, which are so helpful to you as you go throughout your kind of personal life, but also your professional life as well. So to further on this, we have a quick student testimonial we always like to share from Molly here, who studied abroad for a semester in France. So her goal when she studied abroad was really to gain some international experience and also to practice her French language skills. So here you can see she really put those goals to the test as she is meeting with the French president, President Macron, and perfecting some of her language skills and putting them into use with him. So you personally were admitted to the University of Maryland because we saw the potential within you to be a leader who makes a difference in the world. And as Terps, we always think about, how we can do good, and we challenge you to start to think about your impact here at UMD and what opportunities that you can take advantage of to start to do good. So I'm just going to show you a quick few ways that you can start doing that even when we are here in this virtual space. So first, let's dive a little bit deeper into what it means to do good in the world. And one tool that we use here personally at Maryland to talk about making a difference globally are the UN Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDGs. And these goals really are a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future by the year 2030.
The United Nations General Assembly was the scene of a celebration in 2015, when 193 member countries adopted the Sustainable Development Goals, a unanimous commitment to end poverty, fight inequality, and tackle climate change.
We need action from everyone, everywhere. 17 Sustainable Development Goals are our guide. They are a to-do list for people and planet, and the blueprint for success.
The SDGs are an agenda to balance human prosperity with protecting the planet.
Imagine there's no countries.
UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador Shakira asked global leaders to imagine a world where we achieve the goals by 2030. While fellow UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador Angelique Kidjo underscored a focus on Africa and developing countries. But the universal agenda is important to all nations, as leaders from developed countries also pledged to make the goals a reality.
Poverty, growing inequality exists in all of our nations, and all of our nations have work to do, and that includes here in the United States. And that's why today I am committing the United States to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
The Sustainable Development Goals build on the success of another 15-year plan. Created in the year 2000, the Millennium Development Goals sunset at the end of 2015. The MDGs halved extreme poverty, achieved equal primary education for girls and boys, and dropped HIV infection by 40%, among many successes. The SDGs go beyond the MDGs by improving the lives of everyone, everywhere, and create a better world for future generations.
Today, we are 193 young people representing billions more.
The youngest Nobel Peace Laureate, Malala, calls on world leaders to keep their promise to every child.
Each lantern we hold represents the hope we have for our future because of the commitments you have made to the global goals.
And Pope Francis advised world leaders to put humanity and the environment over politics.
Los gobernantes han de hacer todo lo posible a fin de que todos puedan tener la mínima base material y espiritual para ejercer su dignidad y para formar y mantener una familia.
193 nations unanimously committed to the Sustainable Development Goals.
It is so decided.
But the journey starts here. Now's the time to take global action for local results and move our people and planet towards a sustainable future.
So after watching this video, you might be wondering how you can start to take the next step to engage with some of these SDGs. And here in OIA, we really are here to help you and support you in that journey. So we are constantly working to develop new international programming that can support your global learning and ultimately our collective capacity to build a better future. And here are just a few examples of OIA programming that align with specific SDGs and the different challenges that they represent. So if you're interested, for example, in SDG 2, which is Zero Hunger, perhaps you might be interested in participating in our Global Classrooms course, which explores developing extension education and agricultural technologies in Africa. So students in this course are working in international teams to create a radio program for farmers in Liberia, to set up farming-themed high school programs in Ghana, and to organize community gardens connected with the local university. If you're interested in SDG 3, which is good health and well-being, you might consider taking part in our Global Classrooms course, which is Assisted Reproduction Law and Policy in the US and Brazil. So UMD and Brazilian students collaborate to develop different proposals for assisted reproduction legislation, also considering the different impacts of racial, socioeconomic, and gender disparities, as well as ableism and religion in the two different countries. If you're interested in SDG 4, which is quality education, you might check out our Maryland and Copenhagen program, which you can study child development and learn innovative ways to work with children across different cultures through a hands-on practicum and experiences in childcare and youth institutions across Europe. And lastly, if maybe SDG 10, reduced inequalities, is of interest to you, you might want to check out our faculty-led program in South Africa, which explores social inequalities in post-apartheid South Africa. And here at OIA, we are continually adding new programming that we can really use to explore and address all of these various and current global challenges. So here's a quick testimonial of a student who took part in one of our global classrooms, and specifically the topic of that course was one to study global food safety issues. And they noted that it was a great introduction to a new culture that has taught us to be more aware of and sensitive to others' cultures and ideas. It provided a platform for communication, critical thinking, and concern for global food safety issues. So although in OIA, we typically are focusing on opportunities abroad and global topics, we can definitely engage in global work right here in our own backyard. And if you maybe have tried to think about how you want to be globally engaged, also think about how these global issues are felt in your local community as well. So here in Prince George's County, for example, we have a really diverse international community with 1 in every 4 residents being foreign born. And just to kind of, follow up on that, you are really starting college like no other class in the history of the university. So in addition to starting your college career online, you're also witnessing a really pivotal social justice moment in US history as well. So you might already be involved in various forms of activism, whether that's signing petitions, to participating in marches, to sharing information on social media, to bring greater awareness to some of these challenges. So what does this all boil down to? Really, when it comes down to it, our goals are to incorporate international education into your 4-year plan here at UMD in ways that can help you do one of 4 things. First, to understand global challenges that affect us at an international and local level. Second, to recognize and embrace different perspectives, also including your own. Third, to communicate and collaborate with people from diverse geographic, linguistic, ideological, or cultural backgrounds. And four, to take action towards the global common good. So Nicole is a student who participated in one of our semester programs, Maryland and Barcelona, and she shared a quote with us here that explains that every interaction I had brought a new perspective to my collections of thoughts and observations. And all in all, studying abroad opened my eyes to all of the possible ways I can live my life and guided me towards a legacy I want to leave, one that has experienced many cultures and is capable of loving every interaction and discovery. So as you can see here from this graphic here on the screen, there really are countless ways that you can start to engage with these different global education opportunities and start to build your skills through programs, courses, organizations, club, and more. This graphic is really just kind of scratching the surface of opportunities that are available here at campus. And to narrow it down just a little bit today, we're going to speak about two of them, our global classrooms and education abroad. So when it comes to our global classrooms, whether you're helping to advance healthcare in Bangladesh, design agricultural technology in Liberia, or create an AI language app in Ecuador, our global classrooms empower you to have a global impact without leaving home. And these innovative global classroom opportunities enable you to collaborate with classmates, faculty, and communities from one of our 25 partner universities around the world on virtual project-based coursework that addresses global challenges. So our global classrooms really can range from maybe a short one classroom interaction to even a full semester course. And these different opportunities are helping you not only grow your network internationally, but also to make a real world impact right from your computer in this virtual space that we're in. And you can participate in the global classrooms as early as this upcoming winter term. So our winter courses are now posted on Testudo, and you're able to learn a little more information about them and even register for one of these upcoming winter sessions. So maybe next time you're meeting with your academic advisor, maybe you want to chat about participating in one of these global classrooms this upcoming winter or even in future academic terms. And if you want to learn more, you can check out that go.umd.edu/GCI web address. So one Global Classrooms alum remarked that and participating in this course, they learned how to deal with challenges and benefits that came from working with an international team while also maintaining a high standard of work and professionalism. All right, so now just to chat a little bit briefly about another great international education opportunity, which is education abroad. And when you study abroad, the world really truly becomes your classroom. Our study abroad programs provide students the opportunity to live in a different country and to engage in a culturally immersive experience, all while earning relevant academic credit that can transfer back to the university. And through your different experiences in your classrooms and exploring your new surroundings, your new host community, you'll be able to step outside your comfort zone and develop your independence and self-sufficiency, all while exploring new ideas, perspectives, relationships, and ways of understanding the world. So to expand on this a little bit, what you're learning in the classroom and when you're learning more about your local culture and these day-to-day interactions, our programs might also have some unique learning opportunities such as internships, service learning, and field trips that they also offer. So right now with travel restrictions in place, the physical mobility of our students is stalled. So our study abroad programs are suspended until we can really ensure the health and safety of our students. But needless to say, study abroad will return, and it's never too early to start planning for this experience in the future. So Education Abroad offers over 400 programs in over 70 plus countries. And we truly do believe that we have something for everyone because of our extensive portfolio. And while this might seem a little bit daunting, how am I gonna navigate all of these programs and try and find one that fits for me? That's really where our advisors are here to help. We work with you specifically to learn about your interests and to also set goals that define your priorities. And from there, we're actually going to help you map out a list of program options that are aligning with your academic, personal, and professional goals. So while it might seem overwhelming at first how many options we have, we are really help you to find a program that works best for your interests and your needs. And here at UMD, we typically have students who are studying abroad 365 days of the year on our programs. So our semester programs take place in the fall, the spring, or even maybe for a full year. And in addition to that, we are running short-term programs in the summer, spring break, and winter as well. And these tend to range from a week and a half to 6 weeks. So something that we hear a lot from students is that they believe study abroad is not even an option for them because of the cost, but that is definitely a myth that we want to break here at EA. We actually offer a lot of programs that are less than attending a semester here in College Park, and it really is our mission to make study abroad more accessible for all students here at UMD. And one thing we always like to share is that you actually can apply any financial aid and scholarships that you currently have at UMD towards a vast majority of our study abroad programs. So once again, our EA advisors are here to help and kind of navigate our different program styles and conversations to help you pursue other sources of funding on campus, such as the Gilman Scholarship for Pell Grant recipients. So if you just want to get kind of a broader look or information at different scholarship opportunities across the board, you can check out the scholarships page on our website. And here at EA, we really are committed to being inclusive and representative of all students in the UMD community. And your EA advisor is here to help you navigate conversations to discuss how social identity impacts and is impacted by study abroad, and to share relevant resources with you. But a great place to start, and my favorite part of our website, is the TerpsAbroad profiles. And these are where you start to able to connect with our diverse community of study abroad alumni. So here we have our study abroad students who have filled out a profile and started to share some different stories, experiences from their program, and also tips and tricks for future Terps Abroad and study abroad students. So a great thing is that you can filter by your college if you wanted to see someone within your major, or you can even filter by social identity if you wanted to gain insight on what study abroad was like for someone with a similar lived experience as you. So we really want to emphasize that every Terp is a global Terp. And no matter your major, you can take advantage of our wide network of partnerships and programs to incorporate international education into your Maryland experience. So to get started on your journey as a global Terp and to receive more information from the Office of International Affairs, feel free to pull out your phone and to use the camera to scan the QR code here on the screen. So this will link you to a quick electronic form where you're able to share your email address and note some areas of interest when it comes to global opportunities, and you'll receive a response from our office. So thanks again for tuning into our session. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions by reaching out to any of our advisors or sending us an email at educationabroad@umd.edu. Have a good one.